Hello everyone, I'm Mehdi from here today, and we're trying to use technology to help children with hearing loss get better access to education. This is our team. It's not that one. We're using technology, we're really good at technology. But I'm just a simple engineer. We have me, an engineer, and 3 computer scientists in the team who just like making things. And we love making useful things, which is why 3 months ago we were really excited for BGV to accept us in the program to see what we could do with our ideas. Hearing loss. This is what the experts say about hearing loss. Unidentified hearing loss is the largest and most significant childhood disability affecting development today. So why is that? There's 3 main reasons. First, it's a huge problem. There are 650 million people in the world that are classified as hearing impaired, and most of them live in less economically developed countries. There's 560 million people, which is the equivalent of all the people in these countries. Unfortunately, only 11 million have diagnosed and corrected hearing loss. So what that would mean, to continue the analogy, is everybody outside Belgium having to sort of just put up with their disability, being undereducated, and being limited economically according to just the way they were born. Second problem is access to healthcare. Here we have 1 audiologist per 20,000 people. In other countries, in less developed countries, it's not 1 per 20,000, it's 1 per 6.25 million people. And most countries don't have audiologists at all. And that means any kind of widespread screening program practically impossible. Which brings us to the third factor, and perhaps the most significant. Hearing loss can be an invisible disability. It can be easily confused with learning difficulties. Children with hearing loss learn to speak a bit later. They're unattentive. It's quite easy for the parents just to think that their child isn't as clever as other children. And if they live in a poor country, that means that the child probably won't get sent to school. If they do get to school, they turn up at school with a lower vocabulary than the rest, have difficulty following class, and to be honest, probably just written off as stupid, difficult to teach, and left in the back of the class. And that's what happens. And that's how you get 560 million people undiagnosed, untreated, and undereducated. So what do we do about it? The conventional solution would be to spend lots of time and money and train lots of these, kit them out with audiometers, costing £2,000 to £5,000 a shot, lots of hearing aids with tiny little microphones and speakers to maintain and look after, so lots of spare parts, specialist spare parts, and a continuous supply of batteries. Well, we didn't think we could do that, not in 3 months, even with the help of BGV. So instead, we played around with lots of wires, wrote some clever software, and we ended up with this. It's a screening audiometer that's a fraction of the cost of the one you saw in the previous picture. It's not £2,000, it's £200. It uses consumer electronic components, so it could work with any sort of speaker, so it can be maintained locally. And also, the user interface and the menu system we put in allows any adult with just 10 minutes of familiarization to be able to run a hearing test and get an effective result. And also, on the bench, we have a software upgrade that will allow this device to work as a speech enhancement device, as a classroom hearing aid for the child, with the addition of a £10 microphone, which is a fraction of the cost of these ones, probably. And what that will do is allow the child for the first time to be able to hear what the teacher's saying and follow the lesson. By reducing, sorry about that. By reducing the cost of setting up a screening program, by minimizing the amount of time we need from specialist medical professionals, we can finally bring health screening to 85% of the world who until now have not had an affordable solution. And that's what we're trying to do now. The product has been pretty well received, and we've got lots of partners who want to try out the device. We have 4 planned to go out in May, another 9 to go out before the end of the summer to try it out and improve our product. And we're looking for other partners and also some funding to help us accelerate our route to a commercial product that we can sell. So if you can help us with that, get in touch. If you just want to follow our progress and watch us grow, you can follow us on the Twitter at HereToday.org. Thank you very much.